This week in the League of Legends, we've got red posts and merchandise. All this and more on the Spastic Gaming web show. And this is Axis, and we're here today to talk about the League of Legends.
Let's redo that.
This is an ongoing show where we talk a little bit about everyone's favorite MOBA style battle game, and it's really interesting. So we're waiting on the LCS. We've got our tournament patch out, and nothing's really developing.
Kindred still kind of in the works. They've been talking.
She's not coming out till after the thing is done. I guarantee you.
Well, she's probably going to get teased during the main event, but they said that the last champion that will be available for play would be Tahm Kench, so that would mean that Old Gangplank would be available, as well as anything that happened after Tahm Kench. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about reworks, but I think Tahm Kench would be the last champion.
Does that mean no new Fiora either?
I don't think so, because that came out after Tahm Kench.
Well, Tom Cruise is our dividing line, and that's very interesting.
And Fiora, no one will play him.
Well, yeah, he's not any good.
Well, in this patch, he's decent, but
such a pity.
But yeah, the schedule is out. Games start on the 1st, and kind of sucks that all the games are played at like 9 in the morning here in the United States.
You also have to watch them on your phone on your way to work.
Or watch them at work. Or watch them at night when you get a chance.
Whoops!
I do want to watch the World Finals, so hopefully it's going to be during the day so we can have like a World Finals party, because I've been wanting to try to do one of those.
And coerce your workmates.
You would be surprised how many people play League at work.
4?
6.
6! That's incredible.
Probably like half the company, actually.
Right on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll have to wait on that. It's going to be a while. So buckle down, boys, and place your bets. You got to guess all those characters right if you want that Riven skin.
Speaking of skins, they have announced a whole new bundle of merch. They kind of did a preview for it. And there's a lot of interesting stuff. Starting out with plushies, we got 2 new plushies, Gnar and Poro Draven. Not bad. I know how much you want to buy one of those and burn them.
I don't like Poros.
No, you want to take the Gnar, burn it at the stake.
Oh, I play Garen a lot, and people pick Gnar as a counter to Garen, and I'm like, whatever.
I'll get my little like Garen bust and just stab it.
I usually die once to a Gnar in lane, but then after that I get 3 kills on him, and it's no big deal.
So we also got a cool Rengar shirt, some Lee Sin, some League of Draven, Echo, some, DJ Sona, some really nice looking World Championship shirts. The gray and white has all of the locations for the year, and
London, Paris, New York, Munich. Everybody talk about
pop music.
I believe are all the names listed on the back of that shirt.
No, it's Paris, London, Brussels, and Berlin.
I was half right.
And then there is a very expensive World kind of like fleece jacket. Looks real clean, probably what the pros are going to have on, but again, it's probably a little expensive. But the thing that's
I thought you said poros and not pros.
All the poros, yo. But the thing that's really interesting is this year's like exclusive item is going to be a Championship Thresh mini bust. These are the same size as like the Garen, the Misfortune, all that stuff. But this time, something different about it is that they're going to be giving a Championship Thresh code for purchase. And
what happened to your Garen bust, by the way?
It's at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's on my desk at work. But yeah, it's interesting how...
Yeah, it'll be available all through October.
Right.
So you'll have plenty of time to deliberate.
So they're $30. They're very, very, very high quality. They have an individual barcode, so if you do sell it secondhand and stuff like that, you can check and make sure it's a legitimate item. But I really like the way this looks. He's a little too happy for my taste, but the colors are great. The statue itself is cool. I've always loved the Championship Thresh skin. Now we just need a Championship Riven one.
Womp womp.
Segues. Red posts. A lot of red posts since, they can't really do anything right now with...
That answer is correct. So we've obviously got the changes to Poopy and Tarek coming up. We've been hinting at them for a long while. And they discussed that probably after Worlds they're going to have these set up and for our enjoyment very soon. Another one they mentioned was Shen was next on their list.
They said it's not going to be a massive overhaul like Poppy or Tarek or in that same vein of Scion. They said it's going to be a medium update, probably on the lines of Fiora, which would be interesting but hopefully it doesn't like remove
One step ahead.
in the shadows. One step.
Well, Shen's ult is really problematic with the current gameplay, so I can see why they have him on the list.
It's because they got rid of the global, right?
Well, no, it's still global. It's just he's one of the only characters with a global ult left,
That's right. Everybody has that rage.
except for like Karthus.
Karthus, anybody with a skill shot, and yeah, pretty much everybody else has a large range, but it's not global.
Tut tut. And then they mentioned something else that no one saw coming. Marksman. They're looking to shake up and solidify the identity of a lot of marksmen to make them have less overlap. Some of the key ones they mentioned were Graves, Caitlyn, and Quinn.
Quinn is definitely going to be having a rework. A lot of people are kind of hit or miss about it. Quinn has always been a little underpowered.
Well, Quinn is really good in the right role with the right amount of farm.
Right, but the problem
Because
is...
she literally goes, bam, 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 okay, you're dead. Or she goes, I'm dead.
Yeah. I'll turn into a bird and fly away. Cacao!
Well, no, the main thing is you do top lane Quinn, you get your jungler to babysit you, and then you go and assassinate mid and top and bot lane super easy because you auto attack so fast they just die, and you laugh and you snowball. Or your jungler doesn't help you and you get absolutely crushed and you're garbage the whole game. And in bot lane, she doesn't really trade that well unless she gets good RNG. So,
Yeah.
whoops.
And just some other news. They're talking about, more stuff about Kindred, about her monster cap, and why that's going to be a necessary thing. Since she is going to be a jungler, they don't want her to just farm intensely so much to the point when she finally leaves the jungle at 20 minutes. She's not one-shotting people without, at least being in a team fight. It also kind of forces them to come out and actually gank. Fiora, they said that her title was changed unexpectedly to Mistress of the Sword. She should remain the Grand Duelist, but they also hinted at that a lot of characters might be getting reworked titles. So I'm wondering if this is going to remove lore, add lore, sidestep some stuff.
Yeah, very curious.
And finally, Sightstone. They said that in the preseason, they are talking about doing what they did with the Hunter's Machete and giving Sightstone multiple options for different roles.
Which I think is incredible.
Because let's be honest, some characters getting Sightstone is required because, it gives that health, Braum, anybody tanky. But then you got the casters are like, well, I could just buy wards and then get my casting stuff to continue being able to be helpful. So getting some additional stats on Sightstone is extremely helpful.
I just like the idea of it being like Hunter's Mission, where like, okay, I'm playing Blitzcrank, I'll get the Sheen version of Sightstone. Or I'm playing Braum, so I'll get the tank version of Sightstone. Or I'm playing Soraka, so I'll get the annoying version of Sightstone.
Every time you hit them with your auto attack, you get a ward.
You just heal your ADC for 400. Why not?
That's really all the big information. Like we said, that they're winding up for the Worlds. Can't wait for that. And hopefully Kindred comes out before then, and maybe we can get some news. But it's that World Finals lull. We have them every year. Send us more questions, honestly, if you guys want longer episodes during this annoying time period. And speaking of which,
questions.
questions.
Our first question comes from Mr. 12. He says, do you guys think that Kindred will be a jungler or an ADC? I think she's going to do both.
Yep.
Next question.
Well, we weren't sure when first announcement came out. There wasn't as much info as what we have now. A lot of PBE footage, a lot of people actually been able to play her. I think she's gonna be very good in the jungle role.
Yeah, we mentioned that she's one of the first ranged junglers we've seen that are capable in a long while. The cap on her passive on jungle minions is interesting because it will force her out of the jungle, and I don't think she's a good devourer jungler, which leaves the question of,
What do you build on her?
what do you build on her? Do you warrior? Do you go for devourer anyway and just try to make it work with BROTK? Because Devourer Vayne is really good, but that's only because of True Silver bullets.
Yeah.
So it's a really hard question, and I'm curious how it's going to be answered.
Right. And another thing is the fact that she really doesn't have any hard CC. That was one thing we mentioned even as
She's
an
got
AD carry.
slow, but
Right.
it's not a good slow.
So she needs to be extremely mobile. She has that dash though, so she can kind of keep
And she has the unlimited dash in the zone.
in the zone.
And the other thing is it looks like she'll be able to build up really high auto attack damage. And it says I believe it says specifically basic attack buffer,
Right.
which won't affect her skills. So I don't think it's flat AD. So if it is an auto attack buffer, that might work really well with Devour, which I think would make her better than an ADC in lane.
But we'll have to see. The PvE is always changing, so the footage we see today or tomorrow might not be reflective of what we're going to see in the future.
Yes.
So
Indicative stuff is crazy. And that's our only question. We need more questions. If you guys have a question for us about the show, about League of Legends, about what we do with our lives, about all the pretty girls that we meet, about what we're doing, about why we're doing, really, just ask away. Honestly, we're open books. So send a question, drop it in the comment section below, send it to our email, it's bestofgaming@gmail.com, or post it on our Facebook, Twitter, or website, which are linked in the information down below. Spastic Gaming, super easy to find. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/spasticgaming. You can chip in a couple bucks, get some bonus content, support the show however you like. Just do your thing, really. We laud you guys either way, so you just keep us posted. Otherwise, it's been Axis.
yeah, Water Elemental.
And
Who do you think is going to win the World
shortest
Finals?
episode we've had in a while, but yeah. World Finals? I don't know.
TSM.
Everybody wants TSM.
Bangkok. I want Bangkok.
Because it's easy to say TSM. Everybody knows TSM, so it's easy to say TSM.
Right. Part of me wants Fnatic to go for a twofer, be the only team ever to go for two. That'd also be really kind of cool
Well, Fnatic's really good.
this year.
Oh, we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. Root and ask questions, please.